and I am getting word that it is time to not just be hype anticipating Pump It Up Phoenix. It is time for some Pump It Up Phoenix. Please take it away, Zello and company.
Alrighty, hello everyone. I am Zelo or Zello, however you want to say it. It never matters to me. I am excited to be with FastestFurs again. Lovely group, doing some great work for Trans Lifeline. What is this thing behind me? Well, this giant doohickey is a giant Pump It Up cabinet. This is a real arcade game, dance game, just like Dance Dance Revolution, but made in Korea by Andamiro. And this is going to be a fun little showcase. I want to thank everyone first for meeting the two incentives for this. We're going to have a co-op showcase in the middle of the set and then a boss song showcase at the very end. So this will be exciting. So before we go any farther, I want to introduce my two commentators real quick if you want to quickly introduce yourselves.
I guess I'll go first. I am Haru, I will be your voice, and you also will see me on the screen for a bit because I'm Zelo's co-partner for this run.
Hello, I am the other commentator, VKIM, and I am Zelo and Haru's Pump It Up son.
So they'll be handling most of the commentary since it's a little difficult to have logistics for this run. So I'm going to pretty much just be having mic off and I'm going to concentrate on playing. So I want to do a quick overview of what the showcase is going to entail. This game has tons of content, literally hundreds of songs. We're only just going to see just a small fraction of that for about an hour. So you're going to see things in about a mid to high level range of difficulty. But don't worry, those of you who get interested watching this, there's plenty of easier content if you want to try it. But we're going to do some cool stuff. We're going to start with some singles play. We'll do the co-op, and then we will do doubles play afterwards. And it'll be exciting. But I think I am ready to get started. So I'm going to go ahead and mute my mic. We can go ahead and start the timer, and let's pump it up.
Let's go!
Let's go!
So this is a new version of Pump It Up. It was released just this summer, fresh out of the oven. Nice and hot.
Finally, a new game. This
We've
year,
been
of course.
We've been waiting for almost 5 years for a new game.
Yeah.
Everyone is so excited, and they changed a lot about gameplay, they changed a lot about the track list. We're still adapting to it.
Right, lots of major changes this time around.
You may have noticed when Zero started the credits there was a selection between normal mode and premium mode, which is new for this game. And for premium mode there is some special content locked behind it, like co-op play and some songs. But in exchange you get no stage break, so you can finish all your songs. Unless you get 51 misses in a row, then it's game over.
Right.
It's a bit different from Dance Dance Revolution and maybe some other games, because there if you drop your life bar and to 0, your game stops. But with Pump It Up you can set it up so the game continues and you can regain your life bar, but it may affect you. It may affect the grade that will appear on the screen. It will be grey and broken, indicating that you drop life bar and probably should try again.
Right, I think Phoenix made it a lot easier that you're pretty much guaranteed the next stage.
Yeah, they revamped the system of stages. Before you had to calculate your hearts, keep track of what grade you got, but in Phoenix you guaranteed whatever number of stages is advertised in specific mode. For premium mode, typically it's 5 stages of normal songs. So today Zelo is starting at level 16. He's playing on only one side of the platform, as you can see. We call it singles play. And the song is by European composer Wospy. Wospy actually also plays this game, so it's pretty exciting when you enjoy the game yourself and you get your song featured in it.
I think that Smells Like a Chocolate was originally in Pro 2, which was a spin-off title.
Yeah, it was originally in Pro 2, but it was made way before then.
Right. It's quite an old song at this rate.
And Dilo got all perfect on his first song.
Yeah, who doesn't love all perfect scores?
Yeah, Bump It Up Phoenix revamped the grading system, so some people may get confused if they played Bump It Up previously.
Right. It's a lot more. It's based off of a million max, just like many other rhythm games out there. I think it's a lot more timing focused this time around. Previously, it was strictly like combo based, and some bonuses were also thrown in.
Yeah, now you have to also be careful with your accuracy and get more perfect if you want a higher score.
Right.
So it introduces the system of grades from F to SSS+, but it also gives you plates which are not directly correlated to your grade. You can have a SSS with like Marvelous Game, or you can have a SSS+ with Perfect Game.
Right.
So there is a site for this game made by official company who released the game, and they somewhat explain what which plate stands for, but it's a bit complicated.
Right.
We're still getting used to it.
Yeah. I see someone in the chat that mentioned the perfect timing is kind of wider compared to other dance games. Oh, absolutely. This actually pushes people to like, well, at least in my opinion, to like actually just push stamina-wise instead of just having to care too much about the timing aspect.
Yeah, but they also abuse kind of this
right.
huge timing, like introducing delayed brackets and stuff like that, or
right.
introducing 4 or 5 panel hits that you can slide and still maybe even get a perfect.
Right.
I usually only get greats when I slide.
Also, that Psytrance kick also hits me in the soul. This is one of my, this is probably one of my favorite songs from Puppet Up Prime 1. Max really did this song justice.
It's a good song.
It's great.
Next stage.
So we went 1 level up in the difficulty. In Pump It Up, difficulty scale for singles goes from 1 to 26, and later on we'll see doubles. The difficulty scale goes from de facto 4 to 28. Zero started somewhere mid-range, so 16 is on upper end of the middle, I guess.
Right.
And he's going up and up. Now this is another crossover song from American spin-off game.
Yes, Infinity.
And actually this one is composed by an American composer.
Ah, yes. So if, for people who may or may not be aware, this was, you probably saw Dia Mashura, and you probably might recognize him from, let's see, Raven Until That Night Is Over from, originally in DDR Universe, and then he also made Neo Genesis for 2DX Empress, and Aftershock, that was crossed over to DDRX2.
Delta Max maybe there?
Yeah, Delta Max also. How can I ever forget about Delta?
Also, this song is doing something really interesting. You can see long notes, we call it holes, and they disappear usually, but they're still there, and you still have to hold the panel. Yeah,
right.
they changed how they appear in Phoenix. It was a bit different before.
Yeah, this game throws some crazy gimmicks at you.
Yeah, Pump It Up can do a lot of visual stuff just to make the song harder.
Right.
But this song is not only hard for visual stuff, you can see Zeros twisting himself in a pretzel. There are some turns here.
I see someone mention Neo Max. Yes, this is the same Dia Mashura from a long time ago who made the almighty, everyone's favorite Neo Max from like the really old Stepmania days. He really regrets making that, and like, I always have to remind him, hey, Neo Max, you know, that good green stuff. Oh, I love him.
Oh yeah, this ending. So in Pump It Up, typically you don't have to accurately press the head of the hold. You can press in advance and get a perfect. But sometimes game developers want to make your life harder, so they add a step in front of hold.
Right. They want you to put in some work.
Yeah, but when they make hard turns with the holds and they want you to actually turn and not try to fall down and hold 5 panels. Which is possible if there is like a long sequence of holds.
Yeah, right. And we are now into 20s, starting with the single 20 for Boom, which is a new song in Phoenix.
Yeah, 20s are considered advanced gameplay now. And they were introduced titles in previous game 20th anniversary. And there are titles to live bar pass a certain number of specific difficulty. So if you pass like 20 or 25 to level 20, you get title Advanced 1. So now we know 20s are advanced play.
Right. The title system is really nice though. It gives people like, stuff to do, some goals to reach out for.
Yeah, I think it was a good motivation for a lot of players to explore new songs, because some titles require you to play a very specific song, and if you want a title you have to play it even if normally you would not touch it.
Right, I'm sure there are many players that have like a very bad habit of just playing the same like 10 songs or so like over and over and over again. Like, listen, I love Beethoven Virus. It's everyone's classic favorite Pump It Up like song, but I mean we have hundreds. And I mean hundreds of songs in modern Pump It Up now, so...
We have 500 plus songs right now.
Oh, Lord, that's gonna be a while to go through all of them.
Yeah, but... not all of them have all the difficulties. Some songs only have lower stuff, like level 4, level 6, and some songs only have very hard things starting from 25.
Right. Also, you might have noticed just, until like Pump It Up Phoenix, because they're kind of taking a different direction. Pretty much every song tries to have a unique and dedicated background video.
Yeah, this background is kind of cool.
Right.
It has some reference, I believe, to DJ Max background.
I think so.
Yeah, people saw the preview of this and they got excited we may get a DJ Max crossover, but sadly no, it was just an original song.
You're right.
Yeah, so Pump It Up used to have a crossover event with a couple other games, and they exchanged original songs between games. There is a good selection of originals, but Pump It Up is also very famous by using a lot of popular K-pop, because the game is made in Korea.
In Korea, right? K-pop has always been a very fundamental part of the game.
Yeah, they getting some really good licenses.
Oh yeah, definitely this time around.
But we're not gonna hear any K-pop because of complications.
Right, yeah, that's always a downside.
More motivation for you to check it out if your local arcade has it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Meanwhile, we move to level 21.
Yeah, this is Luxia. I hope that's how you pronounce it. Which is also one of the newer songs in this game.
Yeah, it's really cool. I love it so much.
Yeah.
And this is another example how you make a difficult step chart, but not make it endless runs. There's a lot of bracketing in here and other trickery. So what we call brackets is player has to use one foot and press two panels at the same time or slightly delay it. So
right. Yeah.
You need either really big feet or you need to practice special technique to how to press two panels and not miss.
We can go back to 2005 and use our hands. It's not going to be great, but in this day and age. But I mean, hey, it's always an option.
Well, it's certainly easier with the new style platforms when they removed metal brackets holding the panels.
Oh, that's right.
I'm harkening back to my days playing In the Groove when it was first in beta testing.
Oh, those were the good old days.
Those were the days. I believe I actually played on the beta test Dedicab in Austin. It was in an arcade for a long while.
Here we have our standard Pump It Up run. Some straightforward patterns, some twist, a lot of twisting. You're probably gonna see a lot of twisting in this game.
Yeah, this game is much better for twisting because of the 5-panel layout. You get a lot more freedom of movement and can make more interesting movement.
Oh yeah, especially if you're gonna move up to like doubles, which you will see later in the showcase.
Only one miss. I guess we're doing it again.
Oh no!
Once.
Here comes the curse.
And as it is an arcade game, here's a game over, so first credit is done. Even if you have this game at home, you still pretty much have to play on the credit system because the game is intended for arcade. It's not intended to be at home.
Right.
Go ahead. I was gonna say, do I have time to squeeze in a couple donations?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Excellent. We've got a few of them. Sonic Mega donating $10, asking a question that never needed to be asked, but he's asking anyways, saying, if Ian was a Neopet, would his name be Ian Skeeth? The answer is obviously. JD Puppy, donating $5, just says, boom, da-da-da-da-da, and sent that towards the category upgrade to All Friends, which is coming up for Little Gator Game. That is an incentive I would love to see get hit, because Little Gator Game is a fascinatingly adorable game. And then one other donation popped in. Sonic Mega throwing in another $10 says, as a huge fan of Mega Man in general, I will donate $100 right now if a network transmission song is played. Even if not, this run is incredible and my legs hurt just watching it. Go, go, go!
Oh yeah. Network transmission music is great, but it's not in this game, so it doesn't.
Yeah. Instead, you get to hear Kugutsu, which, this is a song.
Yeah, this is a very weird song to my taste. It's one of the new boss songs introduced in this game.
Right, this is also Ono-Ken's, like, new take on a song, too. Yeah.
He posted himself, it's his first time working in 220 BPM.
Right.
And this is not even the hardest difficulty for this song. I believe there's a 25?
Yeah, there's a 25 for singles, and I think there's a 27 for doubles, and oh, Lord. The gimmicks using that? Good luck, it has a lot of stops.
Yeah, but Dill's gonna go higher with a different song this time. Those stops require a lot of time to learn. I believe it didn't have much time yet.
Right.
It was released, what, end of August?
I think so. Yeah, Kugutsu. So my friend Jet Hazukio, who contributes a lot of music for Pump It Up, we actually asked together, like, Ono-Ken, like, you know, what's the deal with the song? Like, what's the story behind this? And then Ono-Ken just told us, I just felt like being edgy. And I'm like, oh, okay, alright.
Oh, that's an up score. That's a PB. Yeah, you may notice there's a small number with a plus right underneath score. So if you see this number, it means it's a PB.
Personal best, we take those in this house.
Next stage.
Yay.
Level 24.
Oh no, we're going up to 24s. Oh no, it's Zero Eyes.
You need more practice.
Oh.
Yeah, this is one of the cross songs crossed over from another game.
Yes.
And it got very mean step charts in pop. So this is the hardest single, and you will see a lot going on, like, a lot. There are twists, there are jacks, there is some really weird stuff that you would not see in any other song like those.
Right. We saw in the corner that Windforce wrote this chart. He's been around in the scene for a real long time, and for the longest time, he was like the only, like, what I like to call the old man developer, up until like quite a little while ago. But yeah, it is that classic Windforce weirdness.
Yeah, I still believe Windforce is one of the best people on the team to chart 200 BPM stuff.
Right.
Like, he has the best understanding of what to do and how to make it work.
Right.
And these holds I was about to mention, they have a step at the end of the hold, so you have to let it go just slightly and press again. It's very tricky.
It's a very, very technical.
Yeah, it's less of a stamina heavy, but more technical heavy and brain heavy. Because you can see the arrows are flying really fast and you need to process them.
Right, and
What's
this
going on?
right now, like, especially in terms of like the gimmicks and the effects, like this throws like a lot at you, like stops and like the freezing gimmicks and like the wave-like earthworm-like things. I promise you, there is nothing wrong with this chart, or maybe something there is something wrong with this chart. Who knows? It's a crazy game.
Anyways, I'm going to go downstairs for the co-op showcase coming up soon, so I'm leaving it to Vincent for a bit. See you soon.
Good luck on co-ops. Yeah, you'll see here, it's like you have, you jump all over the place, and he's probably making use of a lot of the bracket technique, but I see that he's also trying to do things very legit, and that's not an easy feat, and this chart is just a mess, and oh yeah, that ending. You need more practice, indeed. It was a good effort, but wow, you know, high-level singles, it gets cramped. It gets very dense. And it looks like that's another personal best.
Talented game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the plates that we were talking about earlier. This is made by a Korean developer, so like their choice of English used for some of these is weird. Like the absolute, like you get like triple S and or something, or like not even get like a perfect full combo, but the announcer will say, "Yeah, absolutely perfect." It's like, all right, does it kind of make you feel better?
Perfect enough.
Right. But yeah, you'll get different plates depending on, like, you know, how well you do. Like, there's plates for, depending on how many, like, if you get no misses, if you get, like, one miss, or, like, you get, like, all perfects. It's pretty nice. And I see that we have moved on to 25s. I believe this is the, just looking at the set list, that, this is the last singles that he has before they go right to co-op, and this one was added at the end of the previous version's lifespan, Pump It Up Double X 20th anniversary. This one's hard. You've seen a lot of like very technical, like, you know, some runs and stuff in here and there, and this one is just it's just all runs. It's a purely stamina chart. It's one of the boss songs of this game. It does sound pretty epic, though. And here comes the run. I don't think this one is nearly as long as like the second run coming up in like the second half of the song. But yeah, of course, this has to throw a lot of the brackets and all those jumps at you. And we have a slowdown. This is probably like the only break that he's gonna get for this song. So I'm sure he's trying to conserve his energy for the giant, just endless run. Coming up now. Which, I mean, thankfully this part right now, well, actually not anymore, but it was straightforward until they throw like those twists at you, like you mentioned.
Just getting your hips to move in unnatural ways.
Right.
As you do.
I see they're looking from his form. He is trying to do everything legit instead of trying to... I know a lot of players, like, in the high level, they'll just try to like, spam all the arrows, because, you know, with how forgiving the timing windows are in this game. But you do have to be careful, because the life bar can also be very unforgiving if you just spam a lot of, like, goods or bads or misses or anything.
I saw that.
Right. Oh. There we go. And he made it through. What a mess of an ending. Gotta love this game.
That is the chart ever.
Yeah, that is definitely a bunch of arrows on the screen.
So even passing that is absolutely bonkers.
Right, and this is just singles. Just wait till we get to some high-level doubles where it's one player dealing with both sides.
So we are getting ready for the co-op here, and while they get themselves situated, this would be a great time to talk about. We do have a lot of incentives coming up. One big one for an upcoming run. Again, the category upgrade to All Friends for Little Gator Game. We're at 278 out of 500. We need another $222, which is a number that's amusing to me. I would love to see that get hit as soon as possible so we can make sure we can get more Marathon. We have plenty more incentives as well. Let's get those hit, and let's let these two show off.
Let's go. Let's also keep getting those donations going. It's all for a great cause. And now, co-op. Just as a reminder, as a Pump It Up Phoenix, co-op is a premium mode exclusive. Before, it was just widely available for everyone, regardless of whether you have a profile. Again, Phoenix introduced a lot of major changes, and they're basically just trying to follow current models and trends of other rhythm games out there, especially. So co-op, unfortunately, is only available in premium mode, and premium mode itself is locked behind the network, so the game needs to be online and requires this thing called an AM pass, which is a card that you use to scan into your profile. It's basically like their answer to Konami's e-amusement or Bandai Namco's Bana Passport or Sega's Aime and so on. But, in the meantime, welcome to one of, if not at least my absolute favorites, personally, about Pump It Up, co-op. So as the name suggests, co-op charts require cooperation between multiple players. This isn't like regular versus charts where they're just playing their own singles charts. These are special doubles charts that require multiple players. So each player is color-coded. Red for player 1 and blue for player 2. As a Phoenix, since previous games only had designated colors for up to 3 players, this now officially supports up to 5 players for co-op charts. So unfortunately, you will not be seeing any co-op charts that require more than 2 players today, as we clearly see that there is only 2 of them on the screen, Zilo and Haru. But the other players' colors, if you're curious, are yellow for player 3, green for player 4, and purple for player 5. So right now they're starting out with a co-op chart for Removable Disco from a previous older version of the game, Pump It Up Prime, like 2015, 2016, give or take, which has different patterns and rhythms for each player. We see that here, like player 1's part is actually overall harder and denser than player 2's part, which is noticeably a lot easier. And you're going to be seeing some more co-op charts that require players transitioning across, pad sides, playing similar patterns, but they're mirrored, dealing with all sorts of crazy stuff, all while trying to maintain their balance as they mostly play without the bar and trying not to step on each other. So if you're trying to play co-op for the first time, expect that to happen and try not to hurt each other along the way.
It's just high-speed, high-impact Twister.
Right. Yeah, you can think of it like that. Ooh, this one's a fun one. Papacito.
Alexa, it's so sad. Play Papacito.
Right. Right. So this chart is designed where the players are meant to spin, which you will see in a moment. The arrows tell you which direction you'll be facing for these patterns, at least in the beginning of the chart. It's a very cute chart, and I think it's very fitting for this song. It's another Pump It Up original song from the previous game, Pump It Up XX 20th Anniversary. This was written by multiple people, Yakikaze and Cashew from Indonesia behind production, and Kutina for vocals. One of the step artists at the time, when the song was made, actually helped write the lyrics. They did not write this co-op chart, but they do have some charts in the game, and Cashew, one of the producers behind the song, also plays. So, at heart, and quite literally speaking, this Pump It Up is a game made by the players, for the players. Now this part is a little tricky. This is one of those awkward pad transitions, and it pretty much makes you almost twist your body if you're not switching your feet at the end of each hold. And here we are. They're spinning again. You could probably try to cheat those, but I mean, what's the fun in them?
Spinning is a lot more fun.
Right. This requires some learning.
And some dancing.
And some dancing. It's not a dance game without some dancing. You know what I mean.
Ooh.
Looks like we're getting close to the end of the song here. And that was Papacito. As you can see, since their life bar completely drained at some point during the song, you see like those broken like gray letters on the thing. That indicates that you did not stage pass or life bar pass the song. And I do not think your score saves when you stage break a song, which could be demotivating for some people, but hey, that gives you an excuse to try again. Now let's see which co-op chart they are gonna play next. If there are any donations that came in that you'd like to read out, now's a great time. Meantime, we're getting into Reminiscence. This song is a Toho remix arrangement by Max, who has been the sound director for Pump It Up at On The Miro since 2013, I want to say. This is a Eurobeat-style remix of an unused Toho track, The Magic Shop of Raspberry from Lotus Land Story. Some of you may notice the Vocaloid used in this song, and yes, Gumi or Mechpoid is used here. So this song was added in an update for Pump It Up Prime back in 2015, more specifically first in the Japanese edition of Prime. This was when On The Miro, the company who makes this game, was finally breaking into the Japanese market for this game after all of these years, and went as far as to releasing a special version of Prime for Japan, with Sega going as far as to help them distribute the game. And as far as I know, also even helping licensing some Japanese content for the game. And of course came the emphasis of Toho remixes. This was how we finally got everyone's favorite into Pump It Up. Yes, I am talking about Bad Apple. Unfortunately, this game did not perform very well in Japan, as ultimately Konami's Dance Dance Revolution was of course still way too popular, and the Japanese version of Prime was missing quite a lot of content from the global releases, mainly due to licensing reasons. Like, for example, they were missing a lot of K-pop, which, as I mentioned earlier, was very integral to the game since the very first Pump It Up title in 1999. But going back to this chart, you are probably wondering what in the world is going on here.
I was going to say, they are the colors.
Right, it's this is what I meant by all sorts of crazy stuff that I mentioned earlier. This chart swaps the player's colors constantly throughout the entire song, and that's the main concept of this chart, and it's only going to get worse.
Oh no.
Right. Or it did get worse. It's kind of easy.
Absolutely perfect.
Yeah, that one is not very sight read friendly. You kind of need to know what's coming up.
Next stage.
We did pick up a donation in the meantime. I can squeeze in real quick.
Yeah, of course.
Yoshi86 up, donating $10 towards that upgrade to all friends category we're trying to hit, says, "Hey yo, Yoshi86 up here. Amazing showcase so far. Been playing Pump on and off from Prime 2 and got back into it on Double X. Been grinding it so far and is super fun. Also, hey, why don't you just get up and dance, man?"
Oh, what a classic line from the game. That shows up when you get a game over, like in the middle of the song. I see that we are on our last part of the co-op part of the showcase. This is Club Night. This song is a license from hardstyle producer Matt Duke, which you may or may not recognize from like the early 2010s like Monster Cat days. Again, this song is from the previous 20th anniversary mix. So this chart, it's pretty intensive. Like, one player is jumping on the beat while the other player is jumping on the off beats. And you know, like at first glance, if you see them like in the camera right there, it just looks like both players are just kind of frantically jumping all over the stage. It's pretty funny to see. Imagine just like walking past by like your local machine at your arcade and you see someone playing stuff like this. It's fun. This game is fun stuff. So a quick fun fact about this co-op chart. This is actually doable with just one player. You make use of the playstyle technique bracketing, which you've seen already in a lot of Zelo's high-level play, which you'll see more for high-level doubles for this, which involves hitting two panels close to each other with just 1 foot. So, like, pretty much all the jumps that you see are specifically designed where you can just hit them with 1 foot for most of them. But granted, playing this co-op chart solo like that is easier said than done. I remember when I tried to do that, and Wow, I was out of breath.
I saw a couple stretches where you're pressing notes that are well over a yard apart from each other, because I remember many years ago what we called yard mode, which was playing 2 singles games on DDR at the same time, because your feet are always a yard apart.
Right. Yeah, try doing this part and... Ooh.
No!
Just...
No!
No, thank you.
I will let the experts do it.
Right. Oh, we also got a little taste at the end where it just kind of switched to, like, the yellow skin. It's got a little nice visual gimmick, but yeah, that was Club Night, and that was a little taste of Pump It Up Co-op.
That was an incredible little showcase of Pump It Up Co-op.
Oh, for sure.
Next stage.
And now this is a nice transition for Zelo to get into double.
Level 17.
Looks like he's starting on a 19. Okay, all right, Black Dragon, not too bad. Give himself some time to catch his breath before he moves up to hard stuff.
Excuse me.
Let's get Zelo to catch his break.
Oh
and
yeah.
For him to stay hydrated. For playing dance games, please stay hydrated.
Oh, stay hydrated.
Water is
Absolutely.
great.
Oh, into the next song. Excellent.
But yeah, you absolutely do not want to play these very physically intensive games like dehydrated. You're just in for a bad time if you.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, whoopsies, I got a bit lost on the spins. Spins are not my strongest suit, let's say so.
You survived the reminiscence though with all the color swapping.
Yeah, that you just pretty much imagine the movement in your brain and stop paying attention to the colors.
Yeah.
So yeah, those were pretty hard co-ops, but there are easier ones. If you just start and there might be something.
At least,
for you.
yeah, at least Zelo didn't play Club Night Co-op by himself.
He was trying to when we were practicing.
Oh no, why would he do that?
There's still time.
Never good. This is a very underrated song. Such a cool music.
It
and
is.
it has very interesting and very tricky step charts.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Like, they don't look too hard, but when you start doing that movement, it adds up pretty quickly. Yeah, so during co-op we played two people on 2 sides. Now Zelo's taking all 10 panels to himself. And that's what we call doubles. Doubles are a very important part of Pump It Up competitive scene. Like most of the tournaments run on Pump It Up include doubles at one point or another. So if you like being competitive, if you like taking part in tournaments, you should learn doubles. But doubles are also really fun, so try it regardless.
It gives you more stuff to play at the end of the day. So.
And if I may remind our wonderful viewers of something very important about our little marathon.
19.
Ooh.
Level 21.
All weekend long, your donations to Trans Lifeline can get you entered to win prizes donated by members of the FastestFurs community, including badges, coasters, walking dog records, music collections, and of course, our grand prize bundle of a Nintendo Switch OLED and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Use the command !donate in chat to make a donation, and the command !prizes to see all of the prizes available during the marathon.
Exciting. Yeah, and we just witnessed another perfect score.
I know I'm going to be aiming for that that Switch OLED myself. I haven't gotten to play Tears of the Kingdom yet. I want it.
I should probably get on that also. I just finished playing I just finished 100%ing a Super Mario Wonder, and that was quite a challenge. Oh, that slowdown in this song.
Yeah, this song has a very interesting history. It was initially a mission exclusive in a very old game, the STX.
It was.
And then they just randomly revived it during 20th anniversary version.
I'm glad they did though.
Yeah, it was like seriously one of my most favorite songs in the whole game. I was really happy about it. They even made a new banner picture. Pretty cute.
Alright, yeah.
But many people don't like this step chart because it includes reading slow, and reading slow is not an easy skill to obtain.
Right.
What are you talking about? I grew up in the days of Bag 1X.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, I grew up in the days when you only had 2, 3, and 4. And there was no songs to play on 8.
Back in my day, we didn't have all these quality of life modern features.
Seeing as how the first home rhythm game I owned was DDR Codenomics on the PlayStation 1, yeah.
Ah, the good old times.
Oh. we,
That's a lot of ones.
Yeah, we just keep getting ones.
we picked up a $34 donation from Sonic Mega. And it just says, this run is too nice to leave the donation total like that. Let's fix it. Nice.
Yeah, nice.
Level 21, level 23.
Ooh, we're going higher in doubles. Level 23. So since the boss song showcase was met, we're gonna see 27 at the end of this showcase. And 27 is just one level below the hardest difficulty in this game. There are, what, like, less than 10 27s currently?
That sounds about right. There's not many out there, but every single one of them is hard.
Yeah, it's like 7 of them or something around that. And
Yeah.
there are only 2 28s in the whole game. So it is impossibly hard. Oh, this is a cool song. And also on point with some furry characters. To an extent.
Right.
They have nice fluffy ears and nice fluffy tails.
Yep. You could say this song took only after 1,000 years to be included into the game.
Yeah, it took only 1,000 years to get it included. We've known about its existence from the person who made Steps for a while, but they just took their time,
Right.
set on the fully prepared song and only released it during XX.
Mm-hmm.
But it's such a good one. It's one of the best seed sound songs probably in the game, at least to my taste.
Probably.
And the background is so cute. I really like this watercolor theme style. Yeah, this 23 is not too difficult like with the turns, but it has a lot of long runs. And the song is pretty fast, it's like, what, 180 BPM?
Around that, yeah, just, game
So
just wants to be fast and fast and go faster.
Yeah, you just go and go and go. This is what a lot of people think when they imagine a harder difficulty and pump it up. Lots of runs.
Right.
Imagine
And
that.
here we go, the runs.
Yeah.
Imagine that, going faster in a speedrun marathon.
Right.
Oh, speaking of going faster, the donation total is doing that all of a sudden.
Ooh. We have another donation drop.
Yeah, oh, we certainly did. I'll let the runner focus. Runner being literal in this case.
Run, run, run.
And
Oh,
the
those are some
Good.
bad transitions right there.
Gracious.
Just like
That
whipping
moment-
you back and forth.
that moment at the very end was...
My brain.
And Zero got all perfects on this, wow.
That is bonkers.
This is amazing. This is a really impressive performance.
So, would you say that Zelo got 100% on that song?
Yes.
Jason LaRose donates $100. saying
Oh.
keeping it nice. Thank you so much for that donation. I think that's a pretty worthwhile 100 for 100.
I agree.
Start the game, as the game says.
New tunes. Difficult
And
level
we got only a few songs left at the last credit of the showcase. And we have something very interesting planned.
Ah, yes, one of the new launch of Phoenix new tunes.
Meme songs.
With the
Phoenix-
really, this video is just so good. I'm just gonna let it speak for itself.
Yeah, Phoenix is just notorious for using a lot of PMS and meme music to attract like different kind of audience. But this is also a contrast to what we've seen just now. The previous song had a lot of fast runs, and this is also level 23, but it's very different 23.
It's a very technical 23.
Yeah, and you will see some tech that is not trivial, like foot switching on holds.
Alright, it's gonna make you do some funny stuff.
It's always so dangerous because in Pump It Up, the holds continue giving you perfects or misses, even not at the beginning or at the end. So you have to be very careful. Holds in Pump It Up are something special. And we got also brackets and delayed brackets. Lots of tech.
Yeah, look at Zelo go, just jumping all over the pads.
Yeah, a lot of people think this is not a hard 23, but when you actually try it, it's
Yeah,
very
when you try playing this, it's a different story. Yeah, just punch the TV. Just whatever works.
It's
No.
called percussive maintenance.
Yeah.
Please don't touch the TVs in your arcade.
They're all consoles not working. Have you tried blowing on the cartridge? I don't know, there's some magic in there.
If I punch my TV and break my hand, it's a 28-inch CRT.
Oh,
It outweighs me.
Whoever wins that Switch, please don't leak the game cartridge.
oh no.
I'm not gonna lie. I bought a Switch on release day, and the first thing I did with Breath of the Wild, yeah.
Yeah, and Zillow did something to drop the hole, probably lost a bit of combo and the life bar went to 0.
Right.
This is what happens on this song if you just slightly let it go, just slightly. So, you need to be very accurate and precise with your movement.
Right. I'm sorry, this video is just too good.
It is good.
Zelo's got the power.
You
Same.
got the power.
Does the TV work now, Mom?
Yeah, you can see his score is pretty high and all the judgments are relatively low, but because of the dropped hold,
Right.
it's a broken grade. And just a few songs left.
level 23.
We're getting closer to that boss song.
Which
Oh,
means,
no.
Which means we're also running low on time to hit some of our incentives that we would love to see get hit to add more to this marathon and add more FastestFurs to your lives this weekend to get more money to Trans Lifeline.
Keep those donations racking up. Everyone just donate like $6.90 or $69 or $6,900. Just keep the donations nice. You know what I'm saying?
Even a $5 donation trade, 20 of those will keep the same idea too.
Right.
Yeah, and this is the Toho song of the showcase. It's a remix.
Moving on to 24s with Kaso Shinja. Another one by Max. There we go. I was wondering when the song was gonna start. Quite a long intro.
Yeah, the difficulty went up again and it's getting harder and harder. This one is really, really tiring.
Right.
It not only has a lot of fast runs, but they're also very twisty. Oh, Zero's becoming a pretzel soon. And also very salty pretzel with all the sweat.
Sounds like y'all should get yourself some pretzels at the after the showcase.
Yeah, we definitely need some food.
I'm just sitting here being sad about the thought of an unsalted pretzel.
Oh no!
Please help get that thought out of my head.
Oh jeez, these patterns.
Yeah. At least he's getting a bit of a break after those twists.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the Pump It Up charts have at least some break in the middle to catch your breath and stuff, but some just don't, some just keep going.
Right. Can you believe a lot of these charts are actually play tested by the team?
Yeah, they hire the high-level players to do the steps for the game.
Those poor people. Imagine just walking into the warehouse, you're like, alright, you're playing this, you're gonna play test like this really hard chart. It's like, oh, okay.
Hey, they made it themselves, they knew what they were signing
Yeah,
up for.
that's true. Yeah.
You call it breaks. None of that looks like breaks.
I suspect they also just like watching people suffer on the stuff they make.
Yeah. It's like, if I had to suffer through this, you do too. It's like, but you're the one who wrote the chart. It's like, yes.
According to Anne, he refused to play, what was it, Chimera Nightmare. He said, I value humans' life. So apparently, in his eyes, we are not humans.
Oh,
If we should play that.
no, we're all pretzels.
Now, some top-level players are just aliens. Alien octopi.
Right.
Blaze donates $5. See if we can start a $5 donation train, and says, "These unsalted pretzels are not making me thirsty."
Ah,
Yeah, don't forget to hydrate if you play active games.
$5 to get rid of the unsalted pretzels and give us delicious salted pretzels, please.
yeah.
Yay, salted pretzels.
Oh, just for $5.
Just a few songs left, and Zilla must
Right.
be really tired at this point because he's been going almost non-stop. Not only at very high level, but also without breaks. If you don't feel good when playing, please take breaks. Don't push yourself to the point when it
right.
affects
Yeah,
your
please
health.
do. Your health comes first.
Like, pushing yourself to an extent beyond your limits is okay, but if you feel it's something concerning your health, just be careful. Because every sport and these games also may affect your health in different ways. But even if your health is not ideal, you still can play easier stuff, just keep it under control.
Right.
I've actually used a rhythm game seen on a previous FastestFurs now as my exercise routine. I picked up Synth Riders and got addicted to it.
Hey, let's go.
Let's go. So this is one of the new songs in Phoenix as well.
Right,
And-
very energetic song.
Yeah, and a lot of people really like the characters in this background. They're very, very interesting.
Right.
Looks like the train is getting ready. Cypress donates $5. Says $5 donation train all aboard. Choo choo!
Yeah.
I would
Choo-choo.
love to see it go. Choo choo!
And we're getting another run with a lot of movement. Yes, lots of movement.
Again, a very energetic song. It's fitting too, man. This song is super. This song is hype.
Yes, it is. Can't believe we used to play No Bar back in the day.
Oh
But-
no.
The charts also were much easier back in the day.
Right.
Oh, nice ending.
Ooh. Whoa, that's a personal best right there.
That's still a triple F
Wow.
on its misses, and it's also PB.
Record.
Second PB in this showcase, I believe.
At least.
That's really good. Yeah, imagine the pressure of being watched by several hundred people and still doing it your best.
Right.
That's the best time to do it.
Stage.
It depends on person to person. Some people just prefer to be alone.
Everyone plays for different reasons.
Level 24. Level 25.
Oh no, we're going up to 25s now. Heart Rabbit Coaster. This gives Zelo a moment to catch his breath here. Before he has to deal with this song.
Ah, good, because I've picked up a $5 donation
Yeah, there we go.
from Rubicante, also hopping on the train. Let's keep that train going. And Rubicante says, and hold on, let me make sure I read this right. I gotta get very close to it. With Tetris the Grandmaster coming up, I would like to go on record that saying that I, Ian Rubicante, believe Tetris 2 for the Super NES is the greatest game ever made. Fun fact, Tetris 2 has been a long-running gag on my side. I play a lot of Tetris, and it is not the greatest game ever made. It is distinctly the opposite. Ruby is also very mad at me in DMs right now.
Well, on
That's
the
great.
on the topic of hopping, this song is very hoppy. Since it's a rabbit coaster. And
Benui?
we're gonna see a
Benui?
lot of jumps. Very fast jumps.
You see that this chart is written by VKIM from Korea, and he's like pretty much like the best pump player like in the world.
Yeah, and this background was made by a contest winner. I believe they're from Japan. That's a
Oh yeah.
really, really cute background.
Oh, it is. We get a Bunny.
Benui.
Benui.
Lori D. Bunnykins has made it back at the perfect time, yes!
Yeah.
And there are a lot of shoutouts to other NATO songs. NATO is a composer for this song.
Oh, here comes those jumps.
Yep.
Don't worry, we're gonna see a lot more hopping in the later half of the song.
Yeah, this step chart is made by one of the top players in the whole world, so they know what they're doing, but their charging style is interesting to say the least.
Right.
And the girl got hit by a ton of arrows, just like Zilla did.
That is a lot of arrows.
Yeah, this run is much faster than everything we've seen so far. It's 200 BPM and Zilla still keeps flying from side to side.
Oh, here comes the hopping, yeah.
Hoppy hoppy hop.
Oh,
So much bunny hop.
Yeah, not just only hopping, but also triple step hopping.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Well, at least the life bar did not drop at the slightest. Still rainbowy.
that was the Bunui song, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary pals.
Bunuis!
Oh, that's another PB. Wow, congrats. Well, PB on this game.
New record.
The bunny is gaming indeed.
Yeah, since the scores don't transfer between games and they changed the scoring system, it's hard to tell what was the best in previous games.
Right.
Let's just say it's a PB. For the sake of celebrating.
Yes, absolutely. I see T-Dub just as mesmerized as I am with the arrows. I also see T-Dub with a $10 donation. Thank you so much with a very important PSA. These hosts need your help. For just $10 a day, you can make sure that the hosts have their pretzels salted. No longer will they have to bite into a soft pretzel with only pretzel flavor. In the arms of an angel.
Yeah, that was only 7 misses run on a level 25. That's impressive. Like,
Here, I
really
want to
good.
jump in for just a second here. So, real quick, I want to thank everybody for donating, especially for this upcoming boss song showcase. So, I was hoping to play both the next song that I had planned plus this extra boss song, but I'm tired and we're running low on time. So, we're just going to jump straight into the 27, and I'll say 2 things about it. One, at the time it was released, it was the hardest chart written. And 2, I have not passed it yet, so we're just going to see what happens.
Don't die.
Oh, let's get hype.
Oh,
Let's get
go.
hype for this.
Hype!
Level 25. Level 26.
The ultimate salted pretzel.
Yeah, we jumped to level 27 from 25. Just skipping 26 this time.
Yeah, we see the Grim Reaper already in the preview video. You're ready for a treat.
Yeah, this is one of iconic backgrounds and one of iconic songs. I honestly think it's like one of the best boss songs. Boss songs are
Right.
usually just really fast and loud, but something like this, it has lots of very, very standing out guitars. And my other favorite one is Chimera. It's a classical remix. It's nice sounding.
Chimera was definitely a product of its time. Thank you, Ed.
I still just love it as a song, even
Yeah.
if the scriptures are questionable. This one is just hard. It's also made by Windforce, who we already talked about before.
Right. No, we're
Alright,
just
let's-
going in.
Let's get hype.
Hype. And good luck to the runner. Yeah, so he needs to keep raising his life bar in somewhat easier spots to get enough life and not drop it. Thankfully there are a couple holes in the middle to catch up, but not too much.
Right, Phoenix, they actually the thing with Phoenix is they're modifying a lot of like older charts in the game, and especially for a lot of the really high level like songs, they're actually nerfing the hold ticks. So it's actually kind of hard to kind of like regain your life bar like that from the holds for some songs.
Yeah, here's
But-
your big hold. Don't
Right.
drop it.
That life bar got terrifying for a second.
Yeah,
And it's gonna get better because it's only gonna get harder from this point. Twisty runs at 200 BPM. Break it, mash. And the last break before the end.
right. You see that Zelo actually kind of cheesed some of those patterns. I do not blame him. This
he-
chart is something.
He's trying to save some energy.
Right.
In this household, we stand cheese.
Yes.
Yeah, I called it a break, but it was still very, very hard, like lots of step.
There is no break here.
No.
No.
There's no break.
The
Oh.
prages are coming out in chat. Aye.
That was pretty close. but
What an
relatively.
effort.
You know what? That was great effort. we'll applaud Zelo. 'Cause, wow.
What an effort. Wow.
That was a great push, but this song is just very hard.
Yep.
Especially at the end of Showcase playing so much hard stuff previously.
Yep.
You need to go fresh into this, just lightly warmed up and fresh.
Yeah, after playing for an hour, going for something that high level is... Oh, brave.
Zelo got a completely unrelated title, Connor follower.
Yeah.
Conrad follower, excellent.
I think it was Acquire, Conrad.
Conrad's gonna be very happy when I show him that later.
Yep.
Anyways, that'll do it for me. As you can tell, I'm tired, but very happy. I hope y'all enjoyed the showcase as much as I did making it. Big thanks to several people. First, FastestFurs for having me again. Y'all do a great job with everything y'all do. I'm happy to support Trans Lifeline. Big thanks to Haru and Vincent for commentary, and especially Haru for co-op and being a wonderful wife that, for whatever reason, is still with me years later and encourages this kind of stuff. And big shout outs to Andamiro for for continuing to develop the game, because they have a very, very dedicated, small but very dedicated team, and they want to keep producing these games as long as they can, despite not being terribly profitable for them. So, big shout outs to everyone.
Shout outs to you. That was amazing.
Thank you. Like I said, if you want to play Pump It All, in the US at least, Pump It Up Phoenix is slowly. Upgrade kits for Phoenix are slowly being rolled throughout the US. Right now, you might check your local Dave and Buster's or Round One if you have one by you, and hopefully they'll update. If not, this game is unlike other music games where they don't have to be on a specific company network to be able to function. So even just like your small mom and pop arcade is able to get this. So there's plenty of places to be able to play this, the newest game, and even previous games. Anything else you all want to say before we sign off?
Thanks everyone for donating.
Yeah, keep those donations coming. Stay hydrated. Salt your pretzels. Unsalted pretzels are sad.
Thanks, y'all. I'm really happy to do this, and I hope I'll be back in the future. But y'all enjoy the rest of the marathon. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
And thank you all so very, very much. Zelo, VKIM, and Haru-kaze. An incredible show, an incredible exhibition.